Get ready. 5 seconds. Individuals come across numerous people throughout their life. Those who are near us become our companions. We may have a big group of companions in school and college, yet we realize that we can rely on only a few with whom we share genuine friendship. We have different types of relationship with people around us. With a few of them, we share a blood bond, such as with our family, and with others, we forge our own connections. Friendship is one such relationship which we choose by ourselves. God has given us this liberty to choose friends because they are, in most instances, for a lifetime. A friend is someone who is initially a stranger and then takes his place above all other relationships. Friendship is considered one of the treasures that anyone can have. Friendship can exist between people regardless of their age and gender. It can even happen between an old man and a small boy. Friendship can also exist between humans and their pet animals. A simple bond of friendship can help uproot various prejudices and negative thoughts from society, such as religious conflict, violence, human rights abuse, poverty, illiteracy, etc. Friendship are an integral part of our life. The honorable member who has just spoken has dealt with certain wider questions which appear to me to go beyond the scope of the present bill, which is a short bill before the House. The House will remember that when this commission was appointed, they were entrusted with two tasks. One was to examine the whole income tax procedure and suggest ways and means to avoid or prevent evasion in future. Secondly, they were to examine specific cases which were referred to them. What the honorable member has been saying really refers to the first part, that is the wider question. As has been stated, I believe in the statement of objects and regions we have received from the Income Tax Investigation Commission recommendations on this wider issue, and they will no doubt come up before the House in the form of a measure, and the House will then have full opportunities of considering them, adding to them, or altering them so that we might evolve a proper procedure. The sole question before the House now is what to do with the inquiry part of the Commission's work with regard to certain cases that were referred to them. Now, I would beg the House to remember that this is not a roving inquiry. This inquiry has been confined to a certain number of specific cases referred to them up to a certain date. No further cases can come up before them. Apart from that, a fair number of all the cases that have been referred to them has been disposed of, and a large number still remains, and this bill is limited to those particular cases and none other. It does not affect the larger issue, and obviously, the larger issue cannot be considered in the form of amendments to this particular bill, which is meant to give an opportunity to the Commission of Inquiry to complete its task in those specific cases which have been entrusted to it. This matter would normally, of course, have been dealt with by my honorable colleague, the finance minister. Unfortunately, he is not here, but I should like to inform the House that next only to the finance minister, I have taken a great deal of interest in the work of this commission, more perhaps than any other of my colleagues. Of course, the finance minister will be better able to deal with it. My good friend, the agriculture minister, is here. I do not know whether he is interested in the international problems, but I hope he will convey some of our ideas to those who are directly dealing with these. I would like to mention the second problem. It is also a negative one, if I may put it in this kind of cliche, that the power of the powerful is increasing at a fantastic rate, and that the distance between it and the other is increasing sharply. We have seen the experience of the UNIDO conference, which is taking place these days, how difficult it is for the international community to work towards a new international economic order, because the power do not find it in their interests to agree to a new international economic order which would be more just, and that makes it necessary for us, precisely for that reason, to concert forces with all other similarly situated countries to work for a new international economic order. But the third factor which I would mention, and which is a positive factor, is that the power of the powerful may be increasing at a fast rate, but there are limits to the use of that power. You have enormous weapons, you can destroy the world many times over, but you cannot use those weapons. The balance of terror has given leverage to less powerful countries, those countries who may not be a large power like India and others, to come together, to work together, and to exercise more leverage. And finally, sir, I would like to say that there is an immediate problem for this country, because for the first time we are being encircled. There is the US, China, Pakistan combined, whatever may be their calculations for the rest of the world, and I know that at least the United States is worried, is bothered, is concerned about the Gulf more than anything else, about the Middle East, about the oil, and so on and so forth. The actual impact of that is happening, the actual consequence of it is encirclement of India for the first time by three major powers